Hello, and how are you? My name is Winnie Barawa, and welcome to our session on forms of women empowerment. If you've been following, we've been doing a series on feminism and women empowerment, and we have hosted several sessions, including introduction to the concepts pertaining women empowerment. We have done differences between women empowerment and feminism, and we've seen strategies that can be employed to enhance women empowerment. So be with me as we take through the different forms of women empowerment. And if you're new here, remember to subscribe. If you're a returning student, thank you very much and remember to comment. The first form of women empowerment includes economic empowerment. Under economic empowerment, it explores skills and resources that can help improve women economic status and move them out of poverty. But now, what are the different examples that can actually help enhance or improve economic status of women in our community? This can include job creation, allowing property access, that is, having property rights of inheritance and also right to own land. There's also advancing financial access, for example, getting microcredits, taking loans, and also being able to own bank account in different financial institutions. There's also the right to education, whereby as more women get empowered through education and skills, then they're able to get jobs and gain opportunities that can bring in financial resources. And the second type of empowerment is the political empowerment, which looks more into women participation in leadership and politics. And in this, we look at empowerment that supports creation of policies and regulations that support gender equality, and agency for women in leadership and politics. So here we are looking at how women can become more positive or more participatory in regards to leadership and policies, and this can come in different aspects. For example, we can look into issues around gender equality policies, where we allow women to have equal rights or equal access to leadership opportunities and policies. There's also women involvement in elections, or rather, women can also participate in taking leadership posts or positions and be representative in the legislatures or in the governmental offices. We can also have female representation, let's say in committees or in different board of management, as a way of allowing women taking power or taking political participation. And the other part is female candidates being part of our campaigns. And as illustrated in our picture here, you can see women presenting their agendas or campaign um, manifestos to different interested parties or these different stakeholders. So political empowerment simply looks into policies, laws, and regulations that support gender equality, specifically promoting women participation. The third empowerment is social empowerment. Leadership and by social environment, policies. We mean areas that allow interaction and communication. And in this case, we look at empowerment that allows women to voice or allows the empowerment of women voices within the community where they can impact social relationship and discourage discrimination. So how can we empower women socially, or how can we allow women voices to be heard in our community? You can allow interactions through social activities, allowing women to be free to participate in social interaction, social gathering and networking spaces where they can air their views, perspectives, and indulge in their wisdom sharing. We can also allow women to participate in decision making, be it at individual, household, but also even at national levels. These are spaces that women can occupy and air their views. The other part is allowing positive relationships that are free from bias, stereotypes, discrimination, and any form of practices that lower the dignity of women. So social empowerment simply looks, how do we ensure women's voices can be heard in our different arenas or spaces in the community, be it socially, decision-making spaces, or positive interactions and relationships in our community. And the other aspect of empowerment can come in form of cultural empowerment. Here we are looking at traditions that seem to support the idea of women empowerment and thereafter embrace it. So we embrace the traditions and beliefs that seem to support women empowerment and enhance the power, the voices, and the abilities of women. It's not all cultural beliefs that seem to derogate on women. Some cultural beliefs were very supportive and they believed in the power of women. For example, in Africa, there are communities that actually they were led by women warriors. There are communities that had queens apart from having kings. So looking at culture and belief that seems to give power to women or allow women to practice autonomy, then we can look into those cultural aspects and ensure that we propagate them forward. And one of these is allowing women to have women groups or spaces where they can share more beliefs and also pass beliefs from one generation to the next. There's also aspect of social meetings where we have organized women groups that allow them to share beliefs, share similar interests, and even perspective pertaining different aspects of life or gender issues. There's also training and skills. We need to appreciate that in our cultures, there were some artifacts, there were some products that were generally being made or originated from women. Most of the cultural artifacts in our African society were actually made by women. For example, the issues of household pots, items, and so many things were actually made by women. So looking into such empowerment arenas, then things that seem to propagate positive cultural practices and beliefs, then we call that types of empowerment cultural empowerment. And if it is the type of content that you like, remember to subscribe, comment on our work, share and like. And if you are new, please remember to click on the notification button so that we can be notified when we post our next class. Thank you very much and see you in our next session. Bye bye.